Hello, Griot. It's Joy, and time for another explainer. This one on the government shutdown, which is going to take place at about midnight tonight. All right, here's the explanation. The federal government runs on a budget, and it's supposed to be an annual budget, and the fiscal year for it begins October 1st of every year, ends on September 30th of the previous year, which is why we're at this crisis right now. Now, the federal government is only allowed to spend money if Congress authorizes it. If Congress doesn't pass a bill saying they can spend it, it is illegal for federal agencies to spend any money. So if Congress doesn't actually pass a budget, which they actually haven't done since 1997, then we end up at a standstill because government actually can't write any checks. Now, we have been funding the government since 1997 through what are called appropriations bills or continuing resolutions. That means that Congress authorizes spending not for a year like they're supposed to, but for 2 months or 3 months or 6 months or 6 weeks, whatever they can agree on. And that means that if they don't do that, non-essential services actually have to stop functioning. They can't actually spend any money. Now, what are essential services? That means keeping our military bases open, paying Social Security checks, paying Medicare checks, and ironically enough, Affordable Care Act, Obamacare. That is actually essential services that would continue even if Congress doesn't appropriate any more money. Non-essential services, things like money for the Women, Infants, and Children's program that pays for impoverished kids to be able to get baby formula, that kind of thing. Head Start, kids going to preschool, that's considered non-essential services. Military pay, believe it or not, would stop if Congress didn't authorize the money. Food inspections, things like making sure you don't get sick from the food you eat, that's essential. But government essentially has to decide which things fall into essential, which things fall into non-essential. And if Congress can't come up with a spending compromise, non-essential all comes to a halt tonight at midnight. Now, why are they arguing? Basically, Republicans say they will only allow this continuing resolution, which would only actually be for 2 months, if Democrats will agree to delay or defund Obamacare. Democrats say, no way. President says, absolutely not going to compromise, and definitely not going to sign a defunding bill of his own health care bill. So we're at a standstill. No spending resolution means we get a government shutdown starting at about midnight on basically on October 1st. So that is your explainer. Thanks a lot, and see you later.